Hey there, everybody. I hope all of you are doing good. It's been like eons since since I've been here. I am at Patreon now and not doing very much on YouTube. But I have had some big changes, and I just wanted to kind of let you guys know about big changes that have happened. I'm no longer making journals. I do still have two creative journals left in the shop. If you are interested in those have been reduced to $35, but I am focusing on acrylic painting. I discovered it quite by accident in January of this year, and I'm really super grateful that it dropped into my life like it did, which was kind of random and accidental, as all good things are random and accidental when we really do think about it. These are also in the shop. These are 4x4 acrylic panels. They are $25 and $5 to have shipped to you. So we're just going to take a look at those right quick so you can kind of see what I've been up to. I'd love to know what you guys have been up to in the new year. It's been like a really fast-paced new year, and we'll talk about that as we go through these 4x4 paintings. Acrylic has you guys might recall, like in 2023, I was doing a lot of watercolor, and then I just stopped because it just did not intrigue me anymore. And then I started making journals again, which is kind of like my it's kind of like my my foundation stone, right? Because I really do love paper. So in January, I just started painting. I had some acrylic paints, and I found a few canvas in a drawer that somebody had given me, and it just started from there. So this one is called Surfside Holiday. I love the small-ish aspect of these 4x4 canvas panels. I think because you can just put them anywhere. You don't need a frame, you don't need a nail in the wall, you don't need adhesive, you don't need anything like that. They look super cool on a mantle. This one is called Raven's Roost, and I got to tell you, it's like one of my favorites because at the end of the day, one day, I had paint left, and you know me, I'm a frugal girl. I decided to just paint whatever I wanted. And this is how that one came out. It has that kind of ethereal, spooky looking moon up here. And what is this cabin all about? We don't know. And there's a body of water over here. So it was just really, really fun to do. And then, you got the ravens flying around. This one is called Home for the Night. I like houses, and I love when houses are lit up. I particularly like the way the moon turned out on this one. I thought that was super cool. These were the next few I'll show you, just a study in houses. My friend bought several of these and hung them together, and they look super cool. I was just so tickled that she's been so supportive of my art over the years. This one is Summer Sun at the Yellow Cabin, and I like the way that the sun turned out. We think about the sun as being yellow, and it's like if it's a white, if it is a hot summer day, by golly, that sun actually really does have a white tone to it. This one is called High Summer at the Old Black Barn. This was just a study in houses. Like I said, it was a lot of fun to do. It was, kind of experimental with the sky and all, and then the flowers down here. Just fun. This is called the Parsons Place in Fall. Again, an end of the day canvas, which are super intriguing because you have all this paint on a palette, and I just can't let it dry overnight, so I have to do something with it, and that is how the Parsons Place in Fall came about. These were so much fun. The first thing that I ever did was an 8x10 canvas, and it was of a candle. And I really love the technique. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's, again, got that kind of ethereal, kind of supernatural-ish kind of look about it. This one is called As Long As I Can See the Light. It's kind of an ode to that Creedence song, As Long As I Can See the Light. And I just thought that it turned out really, really, really fun. This one is called The Light of Man. That is a biblical concept. The light of Jesus is the light of man. I like the way this turned out. I love the pops of gold. I thought it was a lot of fun to play with that gold paint. Thank you, Miss Deb, for the gold paint. I appreciate that. This one is called Supernatural. It is a black candle, a blackish gray candle. And it does have the orbs floating around it. I did that one in January 2025. This one is After the Storm, and I think we had some sort of a natural event here. I think we'd had some sort of storm, and it just kind of made me think about what things look like at the ocean after a storm, and how barren things look, after a significant weather event. So I like the way the colors kind of play in this one. So $25 and $5 shipping. These are a 5x7 canvas. Let me squitch in. Squitch. I invented a word. Another gold tinted canvas with these gold daffodil down here. This one is called Sunrays and Daffodils. Another 5x7. These are $38. This is 5x7 canvas panel. More of the super vibrant blue. This blue is part, it's like a part acrylic, a slow, what is it called? A slow drying acrylic. So it just took forever and ever to allow it to dry. Again, the gold paint really does make it shiny, make it pop. Super cool. This one is called Winter's End because, this is obviously frozen over, but there are, flowers starting to bloom. Probably one of my favorites. This is Shuffling Off This Mortal Coil. I painted this the day my dad died. I was painting it when I got the phone call that he had passed away. And I thought, what's such as art is spiritual, right? Art is really intuitive. Art is tied to the soul, and this is what I was painting when he passed from the world. And that's when I decided to call it Shuffling Off This Mortal Coil. We see the Golden City in the background, and it was helpful to me to imagine that my daddy had finally gotten his rest, had finally gotten his peace, and his life was not easy. It was super complex. I'm fine with letting this go. I think that it could be a comfort to someone who has lost someone. So there you go, Shuffling Off This Mortal Coil. Of course, that is Shakespeare from Hamlet. This was really fun because this one again was an end of the day palette, random colors. I actually painted over something that I didn't like, so you've got all these fun inclusions here, and you've got the energy of the orbs. I really do like the way that this one turned out. This one is called The House of the Rising Sun because it just looked kind of weird and spooky to me. Very folk art-ish, kind of doing the folk art thing. And I really, really like that. This one is Endgame. I like doing fantasy pieces. This one is kind of, this is a fantasy piece with the Milky Way up here. Again, you've got 4 orbs, moons or suns. Take your pick. The texture up here is super cool. The gold paint on the yellow. I like Marvel Comics, and I love the movie Endgame. I think it speaks a lot about the world, and the ongoing battle between good and bad, and evil and good, and that kind of thing. So this one is Endgame, and I painted that in February of 2025. This one is Mirage. Really like the yellow. It again is a fantasy piece. I like to imagine that you're in a desert and you kind of stumble on a path, and all of a sudden there's water on one side, there's a field of flowers on the other side, and a city in the distance with a big bright burning sun. So Mirage I painted on March the 4th. I kind of am in love with the beach. I like anything ocean themed. This is Paradise. Again, it seems like I was painting this as my dad was expiring. So Paradise. It has these super cool flowers here, and a cherry sun. 5x7, $38. An end of the day palette piece, because we've got a vivid purple sky and a vivid lake. This one is called Sweet Dreams, $313. The flowers are just very funky. This is my first attempt at using a palette knife to paint. I am doing a lot of that now. To me, it's like a whole different texture. It's a lot of fun. And the last one that I have is Beach Blooms. You can definitely see the palette knife popping in here. So I thought that one turned out really well too. And Beach Blooms I painted on March the 13th. So a whole new path for me. A whole new I don't know what to say. When your parents die, it's life-changing. I felt really, I have not been able to recover from grief over my dog dying and then my mom dying 6 months later. But I'm here to tell you that if you are struggling with grief, find something to do. For me, it was learning to paint acrylic. For you, it might be learning to make a book, or it might be painting watercolor, or it might be painting acrylic, or it might be this week I made make your own bookmark kits for our little free library for the kids around here. Anytime that you can give of yourself in a fashion to bless others, then do it. And take it from me, it does help your grief. Your grief is never going to shrink, but you learn to grow around it. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys, please do support the Etsy store. I really do appreciate it. And I hope all of you have an awesome day. I'll put my Patreon in the description box below, so you can join us over there. That is the place that I update. I post videos regularly. I post photographs regularly. I post personal essays, things like that. So please do join me at Patreon, and you can join for free. Thanks, y'all. See you soon. Bye.